1:30 in the morning, freaking crazy. I'm watching McLeod, or I just watched Donnie Brasco again, but I was teaching till about midnight, and I had this video that I did. I worked with an analyst class, a couple of them, and they asked me to do a high level review of options on a chart. So we did that the night before they took the test, and they said it was all super helpful. They see all the option stuff they need, not the matrix. We have the matrix, it's something different. So we're going to give it a shot. Stay to the end and take a screenshot, and maybe that's what you can print out and put on your wall. I did different colors, like I did green for bullish, red for bearish, and then other colors for just fun. Okay. Woo. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's see how we do. I'm going to turn the screen off so you don't miss anything. My video off. Hopefully that helps. Gets my ass out of there. Boom. There we go. That should make it a little bit more better. Good English. Okay. So here's the deal on this. So we're going to start with the first thing we're going to look at, right? Buy a call, right? See if we can get, I think you shouldn't have anything in front of you, I think. But so if you buy a call, right, you're for income. That's the only reason. Buyers are hip. So when you buy an option with a stock position, you're doing it for hip. Buyers are hip. Hey, hip, who cool. It's for hedge insurance and protection. And again, since it's a buy and a sell, it's stock minus premium. Super duper easy for break even. And these will answer a bunch of questions on the exam. So if you're short stock, short a put, to sell and a sell, well, since you're selling an option, it's a covered put. So let's see this for a second. So if you sell an option by itself, it's naked or uncovered, like it's blowing in the wind, right? It's uncovered, it's naked. But if you have a stock position, so if you sell a call and you own stock, that's a covered call. If you're short a put and you're short stock, that's a covered put. I like that. I think we're on the same page. So if I short stock, short a put, it's a covered put. It's bearish, maybe even neutral if I sell it at the strike, the same place I shorted it, and I did it for income, and it's stock plus premium. Why? Because it's a buy and a buy. So remember, the same you add, different you subtract for break evens. Okay, that's hedging. Let's move on down. Now we're going to the straddle world. I'll do both at the same time. I know, screw it. We'll do both. Okay. Now, long call, long put, that's a long straddle. Okay, long call, long put, that's a long straddle. Because how do you know it's long? Because there's the word the long. So if they say the word buy, own, hold, long, and you see two of them, it's a long straddle. And what do? You do it for volatility. See, there's no color here because it's not really bullish or bearish. You're looking for volatility as two break-even points. I could probably even write that in there. Now, look what I did here. When you see two options, you have to do something. I can't circle, right? Let me do it in here. So if you see two options, right here, two options, you have to do something with the premiums. Since it's a buy and a buy, you're going to add the premiums. And then you do the call plus the total premiums, and then you do the put minus the total premiums. So if it's 4 and 2, you add them up, that's 6. It's going to be the strike plus 4 and the put strike minus 4. So this is so these are the straddles. A long call, long put, it's a long straddle. We want volatility. There's two break evens, one up, one down. And then on a short, then we have a short straddle, which again is a short call, short a put. So remember something, we name things for what they are. So a straddle is either long or short. And why is that? Well, because it's either long and you bought both, or you're short because you sold both. Pretty straightforward. Moving on in, we're going to keep moving. Spreads. Okay, here we go. So it's a long call, short call. Now, I put the heart near the dominant one, right? So the dominant one is the one that drives the spread. So that's why I have the heart next to it. So in this case, long call, short call. If the dominant call, if the buy call is a dominant, then these things follow. But let's get into this for a second. How do I know if a call is dominant? Well, the lower strike call is always a dominant. Okay, so if you have a 35 and a 40 call, the 35 is always dominant on the calls and the longer month. So if it's a longer month, it's always dominant. And on the short, on the put side, it's always the higher put or the longer month. So it's always the longer month, the farther away. So it's August right now. It's still almost September. My anniversary is in 2 days. I still haven't bought anything, honey. Hopefully she doesn't watch this. It's right now. Would I rather have an option that lasts until October or December? I'd much rather December. So that's why it's more expensive. It's the dominant. So that's the two ways. So I'm just showing you not how to find the dominant, but if you get the dominant. By the way, if they give you the premium, don't fight it. The bigger premium is always the dominant. Always. The lower call or the higher put or the longer month. Those are the rules. Unless they give you premium, and then it's whatever they say it is. Now, if this is a long call spread, so it's called a debit spread. If you see the word long, own, hold, the dominant tells you, since the dominant is a buy means debit. So this is a debit spread. And since the buy call is a dominant, it's bullish. Since it's a debit, you want it to widen exercise. Remember, dead wives can't nag. Okay. So debit, widen exercise. And when you do the break even, you subtract the two premiums from each other and then you add it to the lower strike price. That's what it is. Again, when it's a call spread, you add to the lower every time. Okay. And it's green because it's bullish. Let's go to the next one. Long call, short call. Well, it sounds familiar. But the dominant is the short call. So the short call is either the lower strike or the longer month. Since the short call is the dominant, that's a sell. Short means sell. Sell means credit. So this is a credit spread, and we're bearish, and we want it to narrow. We want it to expire. That means we remember when I say widen or narrow, we want the premiums to either get farther apart or closer together. So that's what narrow or widen means. And expire means I would love it if both options expired. Because remember, I have money in my pocket. So I want it to stay that. I want the money to stay. So if it expires, I keep the money. And again, you subtract the premiums because it's a buy and a sell, and you still add to the lower strike. So in a call spread, you still add to the lower. Pretty straightforward. I try to look at these things like I teach the different way methods. And look, and if you guys want to really have a really revolutionary way, okay, way to look at options, it's a different way. I kind of created a method that's the kind of way I think of them. I'm kind of nuts. So I kind of think of them about break even and everything. And it's really intuitive and it really works. Okay. So that's why I'm just saying, since we're in here, might as well make the pitch for you can buy my options. You can rent my options videos for $20 a month. I mean, that's nothing. That's like, what, 2 packs of cigarettes? Well, maybe 1 pack of cigarettes. One movie with no popcorn or drink, but one movie. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Oh, I surprised you. Long a put, short a put. Okay. So long a put, short a put, that's a put spread. Now look, the dominant is a long put. So that's a debit spread. That's a buy. Buy means debit. So long, buy, own, hold means debit. So long a put spread, since I'm long a put, buying means debit. And if I buy a put, buying a put is bearish. So is the spread. Since it's a debit, I want it to widen and exercise. Remember, dead wives can't nag. And then again, you subtract the premiums, the two premiums for each other, and then you subtract them the higher strike. Pretty straightforward. Now the last one. Long put, short put. I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but it's because the dominant is different. So in the long put, in the first one, in the red one, the long put is either the farther month or the higher strike. And on this one, the short put is the higher strike or the longer month. So and again, or the bigger premium, whatever the bigger premium is, remember you follow that. So this is a long put, short put. This is a credit spread. Since sell means credit, the short is a dominant, that means credit. If I sell a put, I'm bullish. You know that already. And if I have a credit, I want it to expire because I have the money in my pocket. So I want it to expire and I want the premiums to get closer together so I can buy it back cheaper. So understand that. I'm not going to go into the math on this, but if you have a debit spread, you spent the spread. If you want to sell it, you want the spread to widen. You can sell it for a bigger spread for more money. And if you sold a spread, you sold it for the difference between the two premiums, that spread. And then you're hoping it gets narrow and you can buy it back cheaper. Okay. So this is a little chart. Take a screenshot of this. I think it will help. This is not something that you would write on your hot sheet, but it's hard because it's too much. But it's a really good reminder, print it out, put it on your wall. My analyst students, they had me write this down. They were like, oh my God, it's just so great to have it all in one spot. This isn't end all be all, but it really does help with seeing everything. Okay, nobody gives a shit about the rest of that I was saying in there. Good stuff. Welcome on Tuesday night. Welcome, Jeff. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm back on the big screen.
Look at that.
See, yeah, I'm back on the big screen. It is what it is. It's weird. I brought the Dell came out to fix it, and literally I plugged it in and started working right when the guy knocked on the door. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Okay. So now I don't have to worry about my laptop. Okay. Do you see the thing going across the top? That's Polymarket, baby.
Oh, I was watching it the last time too.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I turned it on. I didn't realize I got it on.
You can basically bet
on anything. Fucking anything.
Anything. That's scary.
100%. Can bet on anything. So one of us is lagging. Okay, so now I'm going to say it's you because I look fine. I look great. I look amazing. Okay. So a couple quick things before we get into Matt. I will help you. One of you guys is taking it tomorrow. So why the hell are you on here? Okay. Couple quick things. If you need help, we're here to help you. Somebody asked how you do the tutoring. You can go to Series 7exam.org, but that's a website I'm building. CapAdvantageTutoring.com is right there if you go in there. Or you can just the easy one is Series66exam.com. That's an easy one. Even though that's not the test you're taking, it's an easy one to remember. CapitalAdvantageTutoring.com. I think past the fucking 7 is .com is one of them too. I think past the damn 7. I'm an aggregator of URLs. Okay, so now, so let's get into this. I help you. There's another guy, Michael Weiss, who's really good. He's at Series7examtutor.com. I have links for 3 different vendors now. I have STC, I have Achievable, which they're great. STC is good, Achievable is great, and then I have Securities Institute of America. You can get questions on there. They have good stuff. A lot of you guys already have stuff, so I'm not expecting you to buy as a primary, but it's always good to have like a multitude of different vendors to help you out. If you just need help with just studying, learning how to study, Jeff's your man. The guy over here, right here. Jeff's the guy. That's all he does. He doesn't work on the product stuff. Although he did, to be fair, I have a new offering on my website. If you go to series7exam.org, you can take practice questions, random questions. I have tons of them, 25 at a time. Jeff did it cold. I just sent him an email, said, take this. He walked in there just to me. It worked, and he passed, which is amazing. Cold, right? Didn't you? And they were hard questions, weren't they? They were really hard questions, and he nailed it. So if you guys want free questions that will feel like the exam a little bit, go to series7exam.org, check it out, and take the test, and let's see how you do. It's only 25 questions at a time now. I will bump it up to 125 at some point, but right now we're doing what they call, what is it, MVP? Minimum Viable Product?
Viable Product, yes.
Right, okay. I'm learning all these words. Okay, good. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, CJ, by the way, yes, Violet is an amazing dog. I feel bad that she's getting very old. Okay. CJ. Okay, let's go, baby. Let's go. Okay, now, don't be nervous. You got to change that nerves into, you have to change it into excitement. Remember, the same chemical that is for nervousness is excitement. So relax. Go read customer accounts tonight. Go watch my crash course. Watch my quick and dirty. Watch me get stung by a bee. Whatever you have to do to make yourself relax and calm down, you're going to be fine. Remember, and here's the thing. You're ready or not, right? You can do a couple things right now, but the test has been made already. The only thing left to do is you to stay calm and be good and take this thing like a fucking savage. That's all we're asking. Nothing crazy. Just be good and hang out. Okay. Oh, I should bet that one. 3% chance USA winning the FIFA World Cup. Okay. Do you see the new debate going around? If the US actually got into soccer, would we win? Would we do well? And all the foreign guys, and everyone's like, yeah, we fucking will. Of course we will. I mean, look at the women. That's that's one of our number one sports, and they win all the fucking time. Okay. Okay. Now, CMOs, you're going to get, well, I'm going to do CMOs. The Muni that you're going to get a ton, but Matt Walton, okay. You're going to definitely get questions on CMOs. So let's talk about what is a CMO. Oh, by the way, look what I did. Watch if I write on the board. What do you not see anymore? What do you not see when I write on the board? Rings. You don't see light rings anymore.
What'd you do?
I changed my lighting. My wife's like, what the fuck did you do? It's like I have big box lights right now. I have a guy sitting there with this. I have a what?
You have like studio lights?
Well, no, they're box. I actually have a gaffer. He's holding a light over me. I'm kidding. No, they're not that big. They're like this big, but they're soft lights.
What's a grip? What's the grip? You know the person.
I forgot what that's always a big thing. One of the guys I'm friends with is an extra. And he does videos on TikTok. What?
Is he a grip?
No. He's an extra, but everyone asks him that. He goes, everyone says, what's a grip?
I'm looking it up right now. Okay. Hang on.
But so while you're doing that, Matt, CMOs. Let's talk about what a CMO is. A CMO is basically you're buying a piece of a bunch of mortgages, okay? You're buying a piece of a bunch of mortgages. Hopefully I'm not glitching, okay? You're buying a piece of a bunch of mortgages. You're getting a little piece of each one. So it's almost like you won't get a ton of questions, but you will get questions. See, it's going to be easier to see without that. Okay. It's amazing what lighting can do.
Can make
I mean, I
you
look younger.
younger.
I know. So look, I also shaved. Okay. So let's say this is a pool of mortgages. Okay. And as people are paying the mortgage, the money's coming in, right? As everyone's paying into the mortgages, you are going to buy a little bit. You're going to buy one piece of it. So you're going to put in 25K. Now, you're going to get a little piece of, there's like thousands of mortgages. You're going to get a little piece of each person's mortgages. That's going to come to you. It's a pass through called the PTC, pass through certificate, and you're going to get that. So you put the 25 grand in, you're going to get your 25 grand back over the 30 years, not one lump sum. Each payment you get is a little bit of interest, a little bit of principal. So you're getting that every month. Now, the question is, here's the problem with that. What happens if interest rates drop? So, Jeff, what do people do when interest rates drop? If you have a mortgage,
they buy things.
Yeah, that's true. But even better, what if you have a mortgage and you have an 7% mortgage and now there's 3? What do?
Refinance.
You refinance, and that means you're taking the mortgage somewhere else. So instead of all these mortgages, there's one less. So now there's one less one. So now instead of you getting like $300 a month, you're getting like $290 because it gets paid off. You get your money back, but you're making less interest. That's called prepayment risk. Prepayment risk is the risk that people will refinance their mortgage early. Okay? It's the risk that people will refinance their mortgage early and you're going to make less money. That's one of the risks. That's a question. Another question is, how often do you get paid? Monthly. That's a second question. Third question, are you going to get a lump sum at the end? No. You're not going to get a lump sum. You're getting paid each month. Fourth question, what is the most consistent payment method? You're going to get what they call a PAC, a PAC. So you have a regular CMO, you have prepayment risk, which people pay early. Then if rates go up, you have extension risk that people won't, what is the best way to do it? That people won't refinance because rates are going up and they're happy to have a low rate. So you're stuck in it. That's extension risk. So your payments can vary because of this stuff. So they created companion classes to add to the CMO. They have a prepay risk one, extension risk. So if you protect against both prepay and extension risk, that is called a PAC, Paul, Apple, Charlie. That's a PAC. Whenever they say the most consistent income flow, that's the answer, okay? It's a PAC. It's going to also have the lowest return. One more thing. They might go, you don't have really default risk. So what happens is there's different kind of like pass-through certificates. There's ones by Ginnie Mae, there's Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and then like private label. So Ginnie Mae, since it has a G, it's backed by who? Why, yes, it's backed by the government. Okay. So if the person who has the mortgage defaults, they'll sell the house and try to pay everyone off. If that doesn't cover it, Ginnie Mae will come up with some of the balance. If that doesn't cover all the debt, then the government will kick in. That's what they mean. The reason I'm saying this is because I've seen questions on this. Okay. Second of 3. Now, if we have a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, those are agency ones, but not backed by the government. Again, person defaults, that deadbeat forgets to pay. They will sell the house. If there's any debt left over, the agency will pick up the slack. If there's still debt left over, then you lose your money. Okay, there's risk there. Private label, that private label one is one done by UBS, Wells Fargo, RBC, whatever it is, by banks. They don't do shit. They don't guarantee shit. They will say, listen, there's the house. You're buying it in the house. If they default, they sell the house. If you have left anything over, you lose out. That's literally what's going on. So they have, so that has the most risk. So like Ginnie Mae and Fannie Mae, Ginnie Mae and Fannie Mae pretty much only do mortgages that are backed by like the FHA or the Veterans Association for like VA loans. Okay. They're usually backed by the government loans. Private label is like, if you have in Jersey, all the houses like $1 million, right? So none of them, I think they still borderline can get Ginnie Mae, but anything over 1.2 million mortgage is not going to be backed by Ginnie Mae, which means they're jumbo and they're modified or whatever you want to call them. They're riskier. So they're going to be done by banks, UBS, RBC, Wells Fargo, stuff like that. Those have more risk. So the reason I'm saying this is you're going to get a question. The difference between a private label and an agency is that the agency one is backed by the agency and the house or the property. If it's a private label, it's just backed by the house, and if it's not enough, you're fucked. Good. I'm not even till 8 o'clock on my questions. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, how you scoring, CJ, baby? Okay, here's a question. Jeff, do you have a question for the group? Or you want to think about that?
I do.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think how to phrase this.
Do you want me to keep talking?
No, I've got this. So with focusing on your studying, what is the biggest distraction that you notice that takes you out of your studying zone? Like, is it work? Is it the dog? Is it kids? Is it bills? Is it your phone? Is it, people texting you? I want to know what takes you out of your zone, because I think about this. I think about this seriously all day long, because even when I'm working, when I'm listening to a podcast, when I'm reading, there's always something in my head that's taking me away from what I want to be focusing on. So I'm always curious, what is it that's taking you away from you taking those 2 or 3 hours a day and not getting more out of it?
I like that.
Throw it in there.
I love it. So let's see how people do it. Okay, I love it. Good. By the way, I got a lot of good people talking about how they like your what you're doing. Somebody, when I left, had I leave last Tuesday, they said you did a good job.
Oh, thank you.
They appreciate it. They liked it because it wasn't all just questions. A lot of it was like, help me feel better. Okay. So here we go. So somebody, okay. There you go. So let's see what vendors use. Okay. So now, Matt, we'll let you know how many CMO. Okay. CMO questions, not that many. Maybe everyone's going to go, I saw way more CMOs than expected. Yeah, because you expect 1, you get 5. That's more than you expect. Now, a girl today got it. She only got like 5 option questions. That's like the outlier. If you want to get 5 or 6 option questions, 1, you're either lying or you got a fuck you test. Okay? Not lying. You're misrepresenting. Most people got between 20 and 40. Okay? That's gold. My options videos, my membership thing will get you through those options where you wish the entire test was options. 100%. Munis, mutual funds are going to be big. 100%. They absolutely will be a lot on this exam. There will be a shitload of munis on the test. And there'll be shit. Now, again, it's not like the way the vendors do, where it's every little detail, but you need to understand them well enough to have a conversation and understand who they're good for. Okay, now, CJ, I saw that. That's pretty good. Brutal exam. Okay, now, before I get to that, where did it go? Oh, there we go. The main suitability, I have a video, like Billy said, I have a suitability video. However, I'm going to tell you my thing on this. I say there's a holy trinity of suitability. Okay. The holy trinity of suitability is this: safety, growth, or income. Those are the big 3. Okay. So if they mention those words, you absolutely 100% have to address that. If I say one income, but I'm aggressive, you still have to handle the income. So if I say income, you have to do things I pay, like bonds, preferred, REITs, maybe utilities, CMOs, things that pay you. If I want growth, common, mutual funds, ETFs, not bonds, not preferred. Okay. Convertibles, yes. Okay. Now, if they say safety, if I say safety, you say treasury. It's literally that. If I say safety, you have to think treasury bonds first. Maybe Ginnie Mae's after, but if you see a treasury and you pick Ginnie Mae ahead of that, I will come in through that screen and kick your ass. Okay. If I say safety, you say treasury. Okay. Those are the main things. Suitability comes down to really that. Yes, there's other little things, but it's all under that. Like if I want to save money for retirement, yeah, I'm doing an IRA, or I'm doing like long-term stuff. I have to put in an IRA or a 401k. If I want to save for college, it's either 529 or a Coverdell maybe, or strips. Not where you're going tonight after you pass. Strips, T-strips. Okay. That's a lot of stuff, but watch my suitability video. CJ, let's see what we got. Okay. Okay. You passed this. You got that. Okay. I get it. But remember something. As you do STC exams, they get harder and harder and harder as you go up. So like they go 1, 2 are okay. 3 is a big jump, and then it goes 4, 5, 6, and then the last 2 are really hard. Okay. So if your scores are flatlining or going up slower than you think, but you're moving on, you're actually doing better. So you can go up a steeper hill at the same rate. You're in good shape. CJ, be confident. You might see some of my questions from my exam. You might not. Whatever it is, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna rock this thing. Okay. Okay.
331.
And
everybody stick around. There's a lot of comments coming in about
good.
So
good. I like it. Okay. So stay on there. We'll get to them. Okay. I want to get through these questions, right? Okay. Okay. Don't. Okay. Aishante. Okay. Aishante Green. Okay. That's a nice Irish name. Okay. So now, here's what I want to say. Don't sweat the memorization too much. It's going to help you. You focus on understanding the concepts, more of the test. I'm not saying that there aren't some memorization things, okay? But for the most part, try to understand it. Watch my videos. Try to understand what they're asking, more like what they're talking about, who it's good for, stuff like that, before trying to memorize little facts. Like understand that what equity is for, what it is, what common stock is. Because if you memorize stuff, if you start learning it, it's easier to remember the little stuff. Like I'm good at this because I understand this stuff. So it's not like I can remember buzzwords. And I'm going to tell you right now, buzzwords don't do it. Don't memorize. The test is made up to trip you up if you're just memorizing stuff. Okay.
And real quick, stay where you are. But Caitlin, are you taking the Series 7? And they said don't worry about options that much. I just put that in the chat, and we'll get to it.
Okay, it's got to be the SIE, maybe.
It's got to be the SIE.
It has to be. Okay.
Okay. I just want to.
If it's not, although to be fair, there is a person on Past Perfect who said there's not a lot of options on the 7.
Can I show you this real quickly?
Yeah, hit me.
Do you know where you are? Stay where you are.
Yeah, I figured out. Yeah, okay.
My trainer said, I just want to make sure that it's.
Yeah, Caitlin, if you're on here, come back to put it in the chat what you have. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Go back.
Okay. Okay. Tips for the 7. Test in 2 days. 1, get sleep. 2, do a quick review of my crash course. Do tomorrow. So 2 days. So I assume that's Thursday, right? Tomorrow, no testing. No testing. Okay.
Okay. Now, good, Caitlin. She said SIE. Okay. Good.
What? Oh, good. I feel better about it. Okay. So now, no testing tomorrow. If you want to do a little quiz on options or something, it's fine. Watch the crash course. Do whatever you have to do. If you have STC, get their crunch time facts. Go through something. The last thing you do, if you have STC, read chapters 2 and 14. If it's Kaplan, 13 and 14. What they are, those are customer counts and disclosures. Not that they're hard, but they show up. And you want to make sure that they're fresh in your mind, because there's nothing worse than Thursday morning starting this task and going, oh my God, I used to know that, and you forget it. So you don't want to go there. So make sure you have customer counts and disclosures down. 2 and 14 in STC, 13 and 14 in Kaplan. I don't know what they are on the other vendors. Okay. I think that works. Take your time. Be confident. Be a badass. You should tell me you're going to pass. You got to put on there, I'm going to take this like a savage. Take your time. Here's the big thing too. Read every fucking word. And there's no such thing as momentum. What I mean by that is if you think you got 3 or 4 in a row right, take a breath and go, okay, maybe I didn't. Because if you start picking up speed, you're going to stop reading and then you're going to get nailed by the little traps. Take breaks if you can every 40 questions. Before you hit submit, check the first 5. That's why I always tell everyone, check the first 5 because that's when you're not in your zone. And go beat this fucking thing. Read every fucking word. I can't stress that enough. Okay. Oh, by the way, Billy, your thing on the big sacks, that's record retention. Maybe 1 or 2 questions, not a lot. Okay. Okay. Good. I think I'm almost up to 8 o'clock. Here we go. Yeah, good. I agree. You want to sign up for the membership, you go on join. If you want to sign up for the tutoring, I think Jeff will throw a link in there. Okay.
I'll put it in there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. So yeah, so AB, if you're still here, yeah, you can watch it tomorrow. Totally fine. I'm thinking about not. Oh, Vincent, I hope you're still here, baby. Vincent, I hope you're still here. Hope you're still here waiting for. Hold on. Oh, here's a good one.
Jeff, can you finish the lyrics? Nice to meet you. I can. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. Jeff, can you finish the lyrics?
I love him. I know you don't like him, but I like him a lot. You're stuck. I went heavy on him today. Oh, I scrolled right up. Oh, that's crazy. Hold on. I got to go back. Okay, here we go. Oh, Melania, baby. Come on, Melania. We got this, baby. I know that you're having tough times. Okay, here we go. So Jeff's going to address that. Here we go. Jeff's going to address that because see what she said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We're going to come back. Let me get through some of these and you can do it on. Okay.
It's very simple.
Yep. Hold on. Wait. I'm going to get through some of it because I'm way behind. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Matt, you're fine. Past perfect are fucking bastards. Okay. Their questions are brutal. I'm holding back. I'm not holding back now. So past perfect is brutal. I'm telling you right now, it's like if I am trying to learn CPR and they want me to know how to connect the aorta to the duodenum or something. I don't know what the fuck that is. But the point is, they take it to such a level and it's not good for your confidence, right? That's the problem. It doesn't help your confidence because you're sitting there going, I don't know what the fuck this is. And then you do shitty and you walk into the test and you go, what the fuck? It looks nothing like this test. Like you're going to walk into, I'm swear to God, you guys who are doing past perfect or even some Kaplan questions, you're going to do this crazy math shit on Kaplan and past perfect. And you walk in there and go, where the fuck is it? And you're going to be thinking, so you're going to be so thrown by the question. That's why you got to do my brutal exams just to get used to the wording and know how the test is hard, but straightforward. It is hard, but it's straightforward. I promise you that. Okay. Okay. Let's go, baby. Okay. BM Life. I can do at the end. I can do it. I'm not going to spend 10 minutes on margin because you're going to get 3 fucking questions on the 7. I'll do it here. Before I do that, BM Life, I have a video where I do 30 to 40 minutes of just margin questions over and over and over and over again. It's a margin suitability. It's a margin. I'll see if I can find it, but it's a margin video where I do questions. That will help you more than me rushing through this. And if I have time at the end where I don't have any questions, I will absolutely do it. But I'm gonna look for the link right here.
You got a lot on here.
I know. I don't want to spend too much time, right? That's okay. But a lot of it's just people talking back and forth, I think. So. Oh, I'll catch up. Okay. Here we go. Okay. SWATs, I can do this. This is not so bad. For the most part, can you still see me?
Yeah.
Because it says reloading the page. So it says something wrong. So I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So as long as you can see me, we're good. Okay. So most of the time, they're the same. The big difference is, so we got everything's 3 years. Just remember, everything's 3 years for record retention for the 7. Okay. Complaints are 4 for FINRA. MSRB, they're 6. That's the city part. Okay. So MSRB, they're 6. Complaints, they're 4. Anything money laundering, CTR, SARS, customer information for money laundering is 5 years. Now, what Billy said, Santa has 6 big sacks. So he can't carry 6 big sacks around. So 6 and so B, G, S, C, S. Blotter, general, these are all 6 years. Blotter, general ledger, stock record, customer information, and statements. Those are 6 years. Blotter, general ledger, stock records, customer information, and statements. Big sacks, baby. BGSCS. Okay? That's 6 years. Just remember, Santa carries 6 big sacks around. You're not going to get a lot of questions on it, but it's good to have. The other one, remember, keeping this in mind, this always shows up. If you're sending if you're sending recommendations to 25 people or less, it's correspondence, it doesn't need to be reviewed. If you're sending it to more than 25, it's retail, needs to be reviewed by a principal. If it's just institutions, broker dealers and banks and hedge funds, it gets reviewed, not pre-approved. Do not let them fool you into thinking nothing gets approved by FINRA. Certain things get filed with FINRA, mutual funds, options, CMOs, futures and DPPs get filed with FINRA. They are not approving it. You're just filing it with them. And most of them are within 10 days, not 10 days before. Okay. But again, they don't prove it. Okay. Gear Grundy, you have a lot of questions. Okay. Oh, Melania, that's awesome. Jeff's going to handle you. You want to do, okay, you want to do some of your stuff?
Okay, so let's start with Melania. That's great that you're reading the book. Keep doing that. It'll build your confidence. It'll build your familiarity with the material. Make sure you keep up the momentum, though. Do not stretch the reading out too long. Keep it going. Get through it. I always say you want to read it so that when you see a question on it, it doesn't look like a new topic. You will get better at mastering the questions and the information as you take the practice exams. But keep reading. Get through it. Set a goal for yourself. Say, like, in chapter 12, let's say there's 20 chapters. Say, I'm going to have this done by Saturday or Sunday, to make sure that you stay on track. Just keep the momentum going when you're reading. Reading is extremely important, but you don't want to drag it out too long.
Right. Good. That's it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Do you want to address the distractions thing, or you're good?
Yeah, you could just keep.
Okay, God, okay, we'll get to them. Okay.
We'll keep going through the list. That's fine.
Okay.
I saw.
Okay, currency, a 1 or 2. Remember, epic, baby. Epic, baby. Epic, epic, epic. Exporters by puts, importers by calls. Remember that. Exporters by puts, importers by calls. What the fuck does that mean? That means if I'm an exporter, I'm sending shit to other country. I want my currency to go down, so people buy it. But I'm worried that the foreign currency will go down and they won't be able to buy as much of my shit. So I buy puts on the foreign currency so they can make money on their currency going down because I'm selling less shit. If I'm an importer, I'm buying stuff from other countries. I'm worried the other currency will go up and I can't buy as much stuff. So I buy calls on the foreign currency. So as the foreign currency goes up, I can buy less stuff. I make money on the currency stuff. Couple questions. Remember, so if I'm an U.S. exporter, I buy puts on the foreign currency. And if I'm an importer, I buy calls on the foreign currency. There are no options on the U.S. currency. Remember that. Why are there no options on the U.S. currency? Because we're the fucking shit. The world revolves around us. Look, the World Cup is here. What do you know? Okay, anyway, the point is, we're the world currency, so we don't move. Okay. Now, somebody said a question on, or maybe it's farther along. Oh, there it is. Christy, I hope you're still here. Okay.
Well, actually,
he's fine.
Don't use the term mess up, hot streak. You don't get into that, like, voodoo wording. You're passing because you're studying. You're putting the time in. You're not getting lucky. You're not, guessing right and you're doing well. You're doing well because you're putting the time in. Do not say a hot streak, because you know what? Maybe you'll have a tough practice exam and your score a 70 on it. You'll review it. You'll understand where you made your mistakes, and it'll just make you that much stronger for the exam. Do not look at it as, like, getting lucky. You know the difference when you're answering those questions.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. Johnny, baby. Okay. After you finish the book, it's easy stuff. Start your chapter quizzes. Review the shit out of them. After you're done, if you score under a 70, reread the chapter. If you score under 60, well, if you're under an 80, watch the video. If you're sure under 70, reread the book. Reread that chapter. Then once you're doing well on those, finals, baby. But remember, whenever you do a final test, it's, as Brian Mark said, which I love, he said it should take you longer to review it than to take it. Okay.
Answer off.
Yep. And well, on the chat, we differ on that. I think on the chapter quizzes, I'm okay with the answers on, but on the finals, answers off. You got to mimic the exam, and you'll see your scores go up.
Simulate the exam, the day of the exam. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Here's the thing, Christy, if you're still on here, I don't know if you are, but I hope you are. First thing, just relax. You're fine. You got 2 days of study, right? Wednesday and Thursday. Focus. Here's the thing. Make sure you are solid on that crash course. Go through that. Second, make sure you are solid on investment risks and what the registered rep can and cannot do. That's in the back half of STC if you have it. The risks are the last chapter, and it's the SRO rules, the associated person, all that stuff. Those are all things that you have to know. You have to know the RR rules, what they can and can't do. And I think I just put out on the podcast an SIE prohibited activities thing. And then it's like a good 46-minute chat. and risk. You got to know the risk back and forth. I mean, you don't have to know every little thing, and don't sweat the math, baby. You may get a current yield, you may get a stock split, you may get a stock convertible parity, but again, math is not a thing, and options aren't that huge on it. They're on there, but they're not that good. Okay. Final number 5. Yeah, they get harder gear, baby. Okay. Boom, baby. Benjamin. We're gonna get this right. Okay. Just keep at it, keep grinding, keep on up on Tuesdays. Guys, don't forget our membership. If you're taking the SIE and you want just to learn a little bit, we have a dedicated tutor session. We have a tutor might go on there every Wednesday. It's $5 a month. Every Wednesday, you can ask questions. I mean, literally the amount of people on there are like 3 or 4 people at a time. They forget, they watch the video later, whatever it is. It's good stuff. Okay. Yeah, so my quick and dirty for the 7 is where I'm outside. I get stung by a bee in the middle of it. Okay. If you watch, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, Stephanie, don't worry about this too much. You're going to be fine. It's a process. Don't expect everything to stay right after you read it. That's why I tell people not to take quizzes right after they read a chapter, because your score, you're going to do well. I want to see what made it into long-term memory. That's why after you finish the book, do the chapter quizzes. So this way you go, oh, I'm not good on that. I promise you it's going to get better than you think it will. I promise you. It's just right now you're drinking from a water hose. Eventually it'll like reading a Tom Clancy novel. There's like 40 things and eventually it all coalesces. Trust the process, baby. It does. Okay. There you go. Okay. What's a dollar grip? That's how far back I am. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Christy Donnell. I hope you're still here. I don't know if you will be, because maybe.
Am I getting cocky? Bad terminology. You're not. If you're taking the practice exams and you're getting passing scores, it's not because you're cocky. It's because you're putting the time in. As long as you're not memorizing, don't overthink it. Just and just for the next, I saw Gear Grinders, bunch of other comments. You're overthinking this. You're putting the time in. I think we know you well enough to know that you're putting effort, time. Some of these concepts are not easy until you've seen them in real life and understand what's going on. Do not get in your head. Just keep studying. Do it the way we always said. You read the book. You did the chapter quizzes. You're taking the practice exams. If you get something wrong, just read the explanation and make sure that you understand why you got it wrong and why it's the right answer. If you don't, watch a video, go back to a chapter, but do not get in your head. You're a very good point. You're saying you're getting in the mid-70s. That's where you should be.
Good. Okay. So I have a great video. Just remember, again, Christy, if you're still here, I have a great video on that. I'm going to show it to you. It's really good. I'm not going to, if I could spend an hour talking about this, but this one video is literally all about comparing the two. Look, I know that that's where everyone gets into trouble. Okay. There it is. Yeah. It's a solid video. It's visual. It's chartable. It's a lot of good stuff in there. Okay. Yeah, Gear Grinder, don't sweat the SMA either. I swear to God, it's not that hard. Okay. A lot of comments. Okay, good. Okay. Earth. Okay. Yeah, you got to fucking finish it. Stop. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, without even knowing, you're probably taking too many notes. You're probably taking too many tests. Just finish the fucking
Read
book.
it. Don't memorize it.
Finish the fucking book. What are we going to do? We're going to finish the fucking book. What are we going to do? We're going to finish the book. Just read it. Then you can do chapter quizzes. I guarantee you're highlighting, you're taking notes, and you're doing tests. If you're not, and you're still far behind, you got to move the test. Okay. If it's the SIE, look, if it's the 7, you might have to move it. If it's the SIE, just get the fucking thing done so you can do tests for the next 5-6 days. Do not worry about, just do March, just do the Mr. Desby, do my videos on margin, and you'll be fine. They're so straightforward. And again, Past Perfect and Kaplan, their questions, and even Achievable, their questions on margin are goddamn brutal. Okay. No, I mean, okay, I get why someone. So first of all, let's talk about as test-wise why someone would do a REIT, because they get to diversify. That's a good thing. They get to diversify. Totally cool. It works, right? But you're limiting. So, like, think about this. If you own real estate and you're good at it, you can make a lot of money and you have an asset that you can borrow against, right? So if you can buy a couple of houses, you get ongoing rent, it's yours, you can control it. That rent keeps going up, right? Hopefully. So if you own a lot of properties, you can make more money. I mean, I bet you a lot of maybe not all the billionaires, but a lot of people on the top end own real estate.
I
think that's where
they all do.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that, yeah, you're not becoming a billionaire off of your 401k, but people have gone billionaire off of property. Because, I mean, think about it. You buy one property, you run it for a couple of years, you have a cash flow, there's some equity, you borrow from that to buy another one. Now you have 2, and then you have 4, then you have 8, then you have 16, and next thing you know, your Graham, whatever that guy Graham is, and doing YouTube videos talking about how much somebody can make doing real estate.
The leverage. Watch the leverage.
I know. No, the leverage is tough, but real estate is not as bad. It's still bad, but no, you don't want to be like 80% levered. But literally, if you have real estate and you have equity and you use that to buy another property, there's an asset. I mean, even though there's real estate crashes, if your real estate crash is so low that you can't sell it, something else is wrong in this society, right? Okay. Okay.
1.5.
On my third attempt. So it was a year and a half ago. So I'm going to say, Trent, you got to know something. You got to understand actually when it was. Okay. And guys, I'm half an hour behind. I will catch up. I promise. I will stay on here till they're all done. So don't even fucking leave.
There's a bunch in there.
And you get to see me.
There's a bunch in there you get to quickly.
Okay. Understand. There's one thing you have to find out when, because remember something. Any test over 2 years old falls off your list. So if you have a test from 3 years ago, that's gone. If you have a test, so if it's 1.5, if it's like 1 year and 9 months ago, even if you fail, you might not have to wait 6 months. Okay, so whatever. But you're so fucking close. I love it. We're gonna get this. Be confident and join a study group. If you join our membership group, we literally meet for the 66 Mondays and Thursdays. For the 7, we have meetings on Sundays and Tuesdays. Like our class right now and before here, I don't know if they'll come on today, but I had about 15 people in the class, maybe 17. And they went from 750. I killed it. I left them in there. I left to do this. Sometimes they stay on there for another hour doing questions together. It's so valuable. And it's literally so fucking cheap. It's like $50 a month or $100 a month for tons of classes and my videos. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I have the videos on that, but just remember something. Qualified means it's backed by ERISA. Qualified means it's backed by ERISA, okay? Which means it goes in pre-tax and it comes out fully taxable. Non-qualified is not backed by ERISA and it goes in after tax. It still grows tax deferred. That's where people get screwed up. Both qualified and non-qualified both grow tax deferred. It's how it goes in and out, okay? Ooh, in and out. So non-qualified goes in after tax. It comes out, you want to pay tax on the growth. Qualified goes in pre-tax, untaxed. When you take it out, you pay tax on everything. And there's a lot more rules on that, but that's qualified versus not qualified. Remember that. Qualified is pre-tax. You get tax on everything on the way out. Non-qualified goes in after tax, and you only pay tax on the growth. Okay. Strips, baby. Okay. So if you see college savings and you don't see 529 or Coverdell, it's always a strip. T-strips, you buy them at a deep discount and then you set and forget about it. Like right now, you could buy a $1,000 T-bill for 20 years. So I think it's $420. So you pay $4,200 now. And when the kid goes to college, you're going to get a check for 10 grand. It's guaranteed. That's why strips, again, 529s and Coverdell's are better, but those are not investments. Those are accounts. So an investment is a strip. But the problem is, and again, if you see moderate income, strips are great because they don't even pay taxes on the increase. Okay. Strips are your guarantee. Anytime you see target-based investing, strip is a good choice. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now, hold on. Wait, let me fix this. Tips are inflation protected. Strips are not. So, Melania, that's good. Write this down. Tips are inflation protected. Strips are not. Tips are inflation, treasury, inflation protection, security. Strips are long-term zero coupon bonds. Okay, good. Good. Okay. Yeah. I know it's fucking boring. I know it. Okay. Okay. So everyone who gets bored, I'm gonna do one thing. Okay. If you guys start getting bored reading, and Jeff can address some of this, I am a big fan of this. Two things you can do. Well, the big one is get Speechify. Pay the $20. It'll read it to you. If you're getting bored reading, watch a video. Maybe if you get bored quickly, maybe every 40 minutes, do something different. 40 minutes of questions, and maybe you read, then do a video. This way it keeps it. I mean, that's my ADD mind. I have to do, if I do more than 20 minutes at a time, like if I watch a show on TV, I'm also on my phone. I think everyone's like that now. But and turn your fucking phone off. This is the other thing. I keep saying this. Some woman, she said she did it and it changed her life in a way. She took everything off her phone. I won't do it. But she took everything but email and texting off her phone. And she said her productivity skyrocketed because this shit wasn't like, as I'm talking, I mean, look, it's just like nonstop. All these alerts coming through. You can't really see them, but okay. There's a lot. Okay. Whatever. Fucking A. Okay. So get them off there. Yeah, reading and thinking. Thinking's getting
the restless thing with the studying for too long. Go 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, and then take a break.
Set a timer.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, there's a new thing there's a new version of the Pomodoro method. You set a timer for your phone, put it in another room, 25 minutes. When it goes off, you scroll for 5 minutes and you set another timer, go in. This way you know anyone that you need to see can wait fucking 25 minutes. Okay.
This is from the distraction part. What is that?
You're up to the distraction
part?
Yeah,
the one that you just went through.
That was one of them. Okay. Okay. So maybe Reese, maybe we're gonna get it. You got to tomorrow. Get some sleep. Get the fuck off here. Go get some sleep. Hopefully you're gone already and you're sleeping. Go make sure you do a quick review of trust and joint accounts and bang this thing out. Okay. Okay. You want to do that one?
Just break it up into small pieces.
Yeah.
That's it. You're going to have to learn the material. Listen, it's not endless amounts of material. It's a lot of material. It's not like it's going to just keep coming and keep growing. You will hit a point where you will have covered all the material. Break it up into small pieces. Don't try to conquer it all in one day. Like you might have a chapter where you can get through it, you understand it, and that's part of your knowledge base. But like when you get to like options is enormous. You know, it's not enormous, but it's much bigger. It might take you a little bit more time to get all the option concepts. So take your time doing it. Just break it up into smaller pieces. Don't try to conquer. When you start glazing over, walk away. Take a break. Come back. You'll come back to it and you'll feel better. Do not get overwhelmed by there's only the book is not going to grow overnight. The material is not going to increase overnight. Just break it up into smaller pieces, just like you would anything else.
Right. I agree. Good. Okay. I'm going to start jumping. Everyone, I see a lot of people. Somebody passed. Somebody asked questions. Please stay on. I promise I will get to all of you. I promise you. Okay. Okay. I get it. Look, I get this. Okay. I get it. It's there's no way around that. I don't even know how to fix that. You just got to take your time and read it. Sometimes I say if they sound the same, I read them backwards. Now, a lot of times that's what I do. And if the two answers sound the same, I read them backwards until I can figure out what's wrong. So this way, your mind isn't filling in the blank. Okay. Okay. Yeah, listen, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Yeah, take a fucking break. So if you're studying for a long time, you got to take a day off or two a week. Okay. Okay. Understand Israel. Okay, so now listen to me. My exam is closer to the exam than anyone else's. I'm just going to leave it at that way. SDC, Kaplan, Achievable, all those guys, their questions are tricky because what they do is they have to make them hard, so they make them tricky. Okay, good. There you go. I love that. Couple so laddered portfolios, that's just for people trying to reduce a little bit of the interest rate risk. That's all you're doing. Anytime you do a laddered thing, anytime you invest in bonds, it just should be a ladder. Because then you're reducing your interest rate risk. I'm so far fucking behind. I'm trying to catch. Depends, right? No.
No. Don't throw it in.
Yeah, don't give this shit up. I have people, depends, especially if it's Kaplan or past perfect. Yeah, you're probably fine. Okay. If you're making stupid mistakes, if you're making stupid mistakes, that's fine. But spend the next 2 days just reviewing. Go to the content outline on the SIE and just look what the biggest section is and make sure you're good on that. That's going to be your best bang for the buck.
Oh, wait,
Hi from Brazil,
can I
baby.
put something up there that'll like this?
Yeah.
Look at this comment that just came in. Do you remember this person from last week?
Yes.
And look what happened. Scoring.
No, he's the one I did the Jack Black song for. I'm glad he's still here.
And they managed to pass.
Yes.
So don't throw the towel in. Don't give up.
Never. You just don't know what you're going to get. I've had people score well and they fail. And people get I had a guy who couldn't get over 62 on the 7 on Kaplan. And he goes, it was an easy test. I'm not saying it's easy, but it depends how you're getting them. If you're getting 60s because you're stupid reasons, it is what it is. Getting for dumb answers, you can fix that. If it's lack of knowledge, then you're a little more cooked. But you can spend 2 days just reading, watching videos. Okay. Yep, I agree. Boom. I love it. Okay. Antonio, we got this, baby. Okay. Let's go. We just keep reading. Okay. I don't love them. I don't. They're okay. I just don't love them. I don't. I think they're fine. Okay. I think they're good for the SIE probably, but I think they're in the 7, they don't cover enough. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I think I would get a supplement. I would either go with STC supplemental exams or get achievable. If you've done my brutal exams, you're probably okay. If you're doing well on my brutals, then you're probably going to pull it off. But I would maybe think about buying a Kaplan Q-Bank or something just to see where you are, to test yourself. Unless you're taking it in like tomorrow, then no, fuck it, stick with it. You got and go beat this thing. Okay. Earth. Oh yeah, you just said that. He mentioned you were going to rock this thing. Earth, just take your time and be good. OEX, don't sweat these things. OEX is just, I think it's what the NASDAQ, the S&P 400 or something. But they're regular index options. And they're not going to make, here's the thing, guys. You're not going to ask you, do you recognize this fucking symbol? OEX is I think it's the only one that's not European style exercise option. But index options are the same thing. Index options, you settle in cash. They're not going to make you know that the OEX is the S&P 400 because I don't fucking think I know that. I think we're good. Don't worry about it. You're going to be good. Okay. Oh, yes. She said the SIE. That's what she answered. Okay. I'm catching up. Okay. Oh, Caitlin. I think she's, okay. Okay. Zana. Do I recommend you mean taking online? I'm not a fan of it. Okay. Let me go back. I have 3 of yours. Past Masters is good. Okay. Past Masters is good. I think they're good as a supplement. I don't think as a primary, I don't like them. But they're fine. If you mean the online exam, meaning the SIE online, like the FINRA one, it's fine. But it's the same test over and over again, just a different order. So doing it more than once is kind of like defeating the purpose. If you go into my playlist, I have a playlist called Practice Test. The first 5 are all SIE exams where I take them. And I have the first one is very similar to the exam. But focus on reading. And past Susie Rhodes does a good job. But I think she's more of a supplement than a primary. Okay. Well, come on, baby. Terry, that's awesome. I'm going to see you. Now, remember, we meet on Sundays at 6:30 and 7:30 and Tuesdays at 7. Make sure you have notifications on because that's what you know. And options only is at 7:30. So if you want to do the options class, watch my options videos first. Okay. I'm starting to catch up a little bit. Pick up speed. Okay, don't worry about the obscure shit. As they say, stay away from crazy. It's a good rule in life. Don't go toward the edges. Stay in the middle, and you'll get it. Because remember, you don't need 100. Let the obscure shit go because they're not that often. Taxes are a bigger deal, but they're not that bad. It's more like, what's my taxable gain, taxable loss? Do you know the difference between ordinary income and capital gains? Do you know long-term capital gains? It's not like figure out my fucking 1040 kind of shit. It's mostly pretty straightforward. I have a taxes video that will absolutely help you, okay? But don't sweat the taxes. And if you're good on options, recommendations, and munis, that's like 80% of the test. That means if you're good on them, you're probably in great shape, okay? That's awesome. Because if you're being carried by the stuff that's important, I love it. Okay. No, it's the vendors that make it. Okay, so that's what I try to tell everyone. The vendors are way trickier than the exam. The harder test is hard, okay? So it's going to make you feel like you're failing the whole time. I can't say that enough. The exam is making you, it will absolutely make you feel like you're failing the whole time. It absolutely will. There's no way around that, okay? However, it's not that tricky. There's a couple tricky questions for the most, like it'll say something like, oh, you got a, they announce a 3-for-2 common stock preferred split, and you own preferred shares. You don't do anything. That's as tricky as they get. Or they go, oh, if interest rates rise, what goes up? Well, normally when rates go up, bonds go down. Inverse ETFs, little things like that, but not like Kaplan and Past Perfect go out of the way to be tricky. So the vendors are trickier because they kind of conflate convoluted with hard, and I don't think that should happen. Okay. Reese, you dig? That's awesome. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think Kaplan is more convoluted than the test. And yes, I think that's kind of okay sometimes, but it extends it and it hits your confidence a little bit. That's a problem. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm sorry about getting it off, but yeah, they are fucking corny, right? But they're good. They keep you going, right? I've had a lot of people say, oh my God, that's what I needed to hear this. I needed to hear this. That's why you guys, when you do this, first of all, like my fucking video, but 2, turn on the notifications, because then you get the stupid little videos. And in the morning, when I do like stand in the rain and tell you to fucking keep grinding, or I stand in this, I have a thing where I fell in the snow and all that crap. They're all trying to keep you laughing and motivated. Okay. But let's get going, baby. Tom, tell me, Tomb, tell me you're going to beat this thing. Okay. How now we're going to get this, baby. I'm glad I helped you. We're going to fucking get this together, right? And, okay, I'm really catching up now. I'm only 28 minutes behind. Okay. No, they're not. Caitlin, they're not similar to the SIE. They're not. Notman's questions are harder than the exam, much more detailed, much more awkward. They're good if you can. Here's what the thing is. That's not a bash on them, okay? It is a little bit, but it's not really a bash. Their questions are harder than the exam. If you're doing well on those and you understand this stuff, you'll be fine. But you're going to be very annoyed when you walk into that vendor. You're going to be so annoyed when you walk into that vendor and get and go, oh my God, these questions are so straightforward. So do the practice exam on the FINRA website. Go to my practice test. Do the first one, and you're going to be fine. Okay. Welcome in, baby. Nicole, you're gonna love it. You're gonna come on next Tuesday and go, holy crap, I can't believe how easy options are. You're gonna cry. Okay. Oh, awesome. Beat me. Okay, that's right. So that's what I'm saying. Watch the video. I promise you it'll help a ton. They don't. But Bracco, they do not get hard as you go along, but they're fucking hard on their own. But the mastery, and so this is what you have to pay attention to me. The master exam and the practice exam are ridiculously hard. Like, I know I get high. I've never gotten less than like a 95 on these stupid exams, the real ones. I think I scored like an 82 on the past mastery of the practice exam. So they're mistakes, but they're not good to see if you're ready or not, because you could literally get a 60 on that and be ready for the test. Okay. Gear, yeah, yes. Reread the stuff you're bad at. Always read. Yeah, coaches love to dirty practice questions. Yeah, because they're fucking idiots. Just focus. You got to do both. That's the thing. You got to do the practice questions, and anything that's heavy. And heavy, he's my brother. Heavy and that you're not good at. Like it's an what is I call it, an and, right? So it's if this and that, if both of them are true. If it's heavily tested and you do bad on it, reread it. If it's neither, if it's one or the other, don't worry about it. Hold on. Zinda, I don't know if you're still here, but I hope you are. I hope you're still here. What's a good one?
Original Pinball Wizard.
I'm not going to take a long time, but I don't know if you're still here or not. I have to edit that Jack Black one. It's really good. Okay. Yes, I'm telling you, everyone does. You missed it. You were so close in February, and then you had all this shit going on in your life to delay this thing. Rereading makes such a big deal. It really does. Okay. So yeah, exactly. If you hire, they don't give you the numbers, but if you hire people that worked at suspended or firms that were bad apples, usually it's around 20%. You have 60 days to start. If they once FINRA says you have to start taping, you have 60 days to start taping or 30 days to start firing. Okay, good. Reese, baby. Okay. Boom, you're gonna nail this. Hope you're still on here. Boom. Any words? Okay, listen to me. You're gonna pass it. You nailed it. You're ready. You're ready for this fucking thing. You're gonna nail it this time. Make sure you go over trust and joint accounts. The last thing you do. Boom. Okay. Yeah, the B. I got stung in a bee by baby. That's definitely the Series 7 one. Okay. Gear Guard, I get that. Don't sweat it. I don't know why you're not joining the groups anymore. I haven't seen you in there. Okay. That's fair. Stephanie, I get it. I think it's funny. Look, we get it because we've been in the business for so long. There's no way not to get it. That's the thing. Like when I read about something, or you guys ask a question, I see it. We've dealt it. Like Jeff has traded bonds. I've not really traded bonds, but I've traded everything else, right? So, and I've, like I say, everything on this test, I've either sold, traded, or fired someone for violating, right? So the point is, I understand it, and you don't need to understand that well. Okay. 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 Oh, there you go. You will get one. You got to visualize this shit, right? Okay. I'm only 20 minutes behind. Okay. Yeah, Earth, we're gonna you gotta get this thing. Be confident. Make sure you have before you take it, make sure you have a little quick review of customer counts and disclosures. Okay. Hold on, let me go back. I see Earth's bad at backup. Okay. That's perfect. That's reading the chapters, doing the videos and the flashcards. I'm not a big fan of the flashcards. If you like them, that's great, but I just think they waste a lot of time. You can do them at the end when you're close to taking the test. Like, oh, just a last minute review. Like the day before, go through the flashcards. But I think they're kind of a waste right now because really the magic of flashcards is writing them, not reading them. Okay. I'm going to try to catch up real quick. Okay. Yes, going through Serify. Yes, Serify. The problem is Serify is that they go so deep, but yeah, I would go through it, especially for the SIE, and ignore the math. Anything they do with math, ignore. I mean, on the seven, they make you do yields to maturity, which you don't have to do. So understand any math you see, which is your margin or the only math you might see, and I guess there could be an outlier, but is current yield, stock splits, and maybe a parity question. And current yield, stock splits, stock dividends, maybe a parity question or two. But again, go through the book. Anything math, just skip over. Don't worry about it too much. Okay. Okay. Oh, no, it was a Saturday, Gear. It just email me. I'll send you the recording. Okay. And we moved it to Saturday because it was Father's Day. Okay. And we had the class now. And then, so now from now on, it's every Sunday and Tuesday. Okay. Sundays, baby. Okay. So, okay. I know I'm way behind. How do you join the study group? I think Jeff can throw a link in here, but literally go to my channel, hit the button that says join, hit join, and then you just hit is it $35.99 or $49.99 or $99, depending on how much you want to do. $34 is the 6:30 class, $49 is the 6:30 and the 7:30 class, and $99 is those two plus the Tuesday night class, plus the world's greatest options videos in the history of mankind. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm really catching up. Okay.
Look at you.
What time is it? Okay. Okay. Your test is in 7 days. Got it. Okay. So I do want to go. So you want to make sure you got, yes, options, obviously, all of debt. And this is what everyone sleeps on: mutual funds and annuities. Make sure you go over those sections: mutual funds, annuities, and all that stuff. Okay. So debt, options, mutual funds and annuities, and do a last minute review of customer accounts. Okay. Okay. It's amazing. Not a lot of topics. Like no one-ups. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. By the way, Kaplan is overly difficult to have. But if you're in the high 60s, you listen, High 60s with Kaplan is probably okay, especially if you have a week to go. You're going to be fine. Okay, the VIX. It's not the IVX. It's the VIX. Okay, so the VIX is an option that's based on S&P 500 volatility. It's implied volatility. So the VIX is assuming a certain amount of volatility. Just remember this. If you think the market's going to get more volatile, the VIX is going to go up, so you buy calls. If you think the market is going to get less volatile, that means the VIX is going to go down and you buy puts. But remember, it kind of goes opposite of the market, okay? So if the market's going up, the VIX, it's calm. So the VIX is very low and it's calm and it's wasted, okay? Now, when the market's going down, so I think the market goes like this. It calms up, crashes down. So usually volatility is when the market's going down. So if the market goes down, the VIX goes up. If the market goes up, the VIX go down. So it's an inverse indicator, okay? Does that make sense? Okay. Okay. Alexander, I hope you're still fucking here. I love it, love it, love it. Oh, Alexander, I hope that is outstanding. Hope you're still here, baby.
Ich schau nach links, ich schau nach rechts. Was für geile Leute. Ich schau nach links, links, links. Ich schau nach rechts, rechts, rechts. Was für geile Leute.
I should learn German. Okay. Ich bin ein Berliner. Okay. Okay. Oh, 66, don't sweat the options at all. Do not sweat the options at all, at all, at all, at all. It's not that big a deal. You're going to get 5. They're very basic. If you have this 7, Trent, if you've passed the 7 already, then the options on the test are going to be easy. Mostly suitability, like if you're long stock, you buy, put, or sell a call. If you're short stock, you buy, call, or sell a put. Very basic stuff. Okay. Okay, you're thinking of getting the membership. To me, what's the best tier? Well, for me, the best tier is the $99 one. But for you, it depends, right? So here's, if you're taking the 7, let me go through the tiers. Favorite, thank you very much for that great, awesome lead into that. I almost have to pay you a fee for that. No. So if you just want my options videos, it's $24 a month. Also, as Billy said, do it on a laptop or desktop. If you do it on your phone, you're going to have to pay 30% to Apple, the VIC. Okay. So $24.99 is just the options. If you want just the 630 FINRA stuff only class, no options, that's $34.99. Plus, remember, everything I say includes this shit before it. So for $35.99, you get the options, wonderful options, all those videos, plus the one class at 630. If you do the $49.99, you get the options, the class at 630, and then an options only class at 730. If you bump all the way up to $99, remember, this is a month, not per class. 90 is super duper cheap. It's $99 a month. That means you get the Tuesday class, which is options and FINRA. That's from 7 o'clock on Tuesdays. Then you get the options only at 7:30, the regular FINRA at 6:30, and the options videos. That's what you get. Okay. How close is the FINRA class? How close is the FINRA SIE practice? It's dead on. You make it harder or easier, but the wording is spot on. And if you go to my practice exams, the first one called the 75 question, that's going to be a lot of questions that mirror the exam. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. I like all those answers. Good. Okay. There you go. Oh, good. Vince, I'm glad you got it. Okay, good. See, he liked it. Okay. Earth, that's fine. So I don't do the options. Join the membership. Do mine. And then, but don't wait till wait. Make sure you have a good 10 days before you do it because you don't want to have it forced in. Okay. Okay. So serial bonds are not level debt service, but they do. Okay. I'm only 10 minutes behind now. Okay. So now I can do Israel. I hope you're still here. So a serial bond, okay? A serial bond is like, sorry, dog. I just kicked my dog by mistake. So let's say today, here's today, right? And I issue make sure I got it. I issue a bond. I issue a 30-year bond, okay? Now, some of it matures in 5 years. Some of it matures in 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I have one bond for $1 million, but like $100,000 matures in 2 years, then 4 years, whatever it is. So it matures over time. So at the end, so instead of paying interest on the whole million the whole time, I'm paying interest on, after I pay those off, $900,000, $800,000, $700,000. So over time, I'm paying some of it off. So they'll mature in time, okay? That's not the same as level debt service. So, but what level debt service does is it pays off. You're going to pay the same amount no matter what. So if we're back on this, so let's say our interest is 50 grand a year. So we're paying 50 grand a year. But then if we pay off some of that bonds, now the interest we actually have to owe is probably only like 45,000, but we're going to continue to pay 50. That's level debt service. So what happens is, as you're paying off some of these bonds, your what you have to pay goes down, but you keep paying the same amount. So more of your money goes toward the interest. Like the best way to explain it is like, I was so close and I'm now going to be way behind again, but that's okay. So look, this is valuable. Let's say you have 4 credit cards. Each are worth, I don't know, 10 grand each. I'll do 3. And say each is going to cost you $100 a month, right? So if you pay $300 a month, you pay $300 a month each one. Let's see if I can do this right. Let's say then you pay off one over time, and then you continue to pay the $300 a month. You're going to pay these other ones fast. There's a better way to do this, but I'm just trying to do it off the top of my head. So what happens is, if you pay the $300 a month, you're paying the same amount every month, regardless of your credit cards going away. So what happens is then more of your money is going to pay down the principal. So if you do level debt service, here's the best way, because they're not going to make you do the math. Level debt service speeds up your payback, because as you pay off some of your bonds, okay, as you pay off some of your bonds, less of your money is going towards interest and more of it is going toward paying off the principal. I butchered that, but it is what it is. Okay. Now, so again, serial is where you have one bond, multiple maturity dates, and every year some of it's paid off. So at the end, you're not paying off the whole $1 million. You're paying off like a couple $100,000. It's kind of a way to pay it off quicker. And the serial and level debt service is paying the same amount no matter what. So as you pay off bonds, you're speeding up your payoff period. Now, Crash Course is on my channel. It's a crash for. So if this is for this, Christy's the 7, right? I think she's a 7. Okay. If you go to, so my 2 brutal exams are literally on in a playlist called Series 7 Brutal Exam. So here's this. Oh, I always hit the wrong button. I almost delete it. So here, these are 3 good exams to do to get ready. Those are my brutal exams. Those are really good. That's for the 7. Now, if you're taking and then the Crash Course is also in the playlists. And if you're taking the SIE, I'll put them in there. But here's a Series 7 Crash Course. And if she says she's taking the SIE, let me know that I'm wasting my time here. But okay. I'm glad my butchered explanation worked. Israel, go. Okay. Oh, Trent, we'll get in there for a second. Pedro, don't leave. I'll get you guys. No, that's that. And then I think I have one more. And then if you want to, those are really the questions you have to do. If you're taking the SIE, I have a crash course called SIE Crash Course, and I have the practice exams are in there. Hold on, where are we? Here we go. SIE Crash Course. This is for anyone else taking the SIE very soon. These are worth watching. See, Earth, Israel, you got to turn on the notifications or something. And here I found out a lot of people, the biggest mistake is when they miss the classes and notifications because they have 2 YouTube accounts. Like they have one on the computer and one on their phone. So they go, I'm not getting alerts, and it's showing up on the computer. So make sure you're on the same one. Okay. Now, okay. That's fine. I mean, yeah. So I get it, but I usually, this is what I found from and it's going to sound kind of mean. If you're finding the actual test wordy and confusing, that means you're memorizing and you're using buzzwords. You're not, because if you understand this stuff fully, the tests are easier. Okay. And again, you kind of got an ass kicker test. I mean, our girl today, she was on the study group. She got like 4 options questions, and she said it was so hard. It looked nothing like anyone's ever seen. It didn't even look like the test she had before. It could happen. But I'm telling you, for the most part, they're not that convoluted. But what happens is you're so used to looking for tricks that you're not seeing the easy shit. Where you see, I found that the longer the question, usually the easier it is, because they add a lot of bullshit into it. Okay. 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 Ashley, so using SC, so I read the whole book again, getting, oh my God. So if you're getting 70s and 80s, oh, and got a 68. Okay. You got a 68 on the real exam? Okay. So really to fix the options will save you. Okay. So if that's true, okay. Usually got the, and then you got a 68 the second time. I get it. So just spend a little bit of money. Just join the options thing. And if you want to join the study group, join the study group. They're super goodly. That's bigly good. Okay. So if you, I swear to God, if you do the options thing and you don't like it after a week, I promise you will. I'd be surprised. No one I know who's done it and has not liked it. The only problem is, if I had a Mike who tutors for me now, his problem was he was thinking, he kept trying to learn my options while staying in the T-chart world, which you can't do. You got to either stick to all T-chart or all not T-chart. Okay. I don't use T-charts. I hate them. I think they're antiquated. I think they're old, and I think they're hard to teach. Okay. I think they're hard to learn. My way is super easy. Within an hour, you'll feel good. So if you switch over, but you got to buy into it. Full on Colt, wear the tin hat shit. Get it. Okay. Okay. Shania, mutual funds and annuities. Literally, that's where people get habit and customer accounts. People fail to read customer accounts ahead of time. And it's not that it's big, but it's enough to put you under because it's only 50 questions, right? So mutual funds and variable annuities and customer accounts you got to get. Maybe a little bit of taxes, but not that heavy. Okay. Oh, Hartnell, that's awesome. Look, your scores are great. Yeah. So you think they're okay? Okay, that's fine. That's good. I'm glad you got it. But maybe you're a good test taker, right? Maybe you're doing well. Maybe you're knocking this thing. Maybe you've learned so much that it's good. I get it. I think they're missing a little too much, but maybe they're not. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's boom. Okay. They're not the same. So Pedro, the VIX is it's not an index. I mean, yes, it's like an index, but it's basically just it's a volatility index, and you buy options on it. Okay. The inverse ETF is actually buying a packaged product that goes against the market. Now, does it have the same reactions? Very similar, but the VIX goes against the market, but it's not perfectly correlated. Where the inverse ETF, if you buy an inverse ETF and the market goes up 10, you'll go down 10. If the market goes down 10, you'll go up 10. And they have leverage and all that stuff. Remember, ETFs are good for long term. Inverse and leverage are for day trading, not for long term. Okay. And Paige, just stay on there. Hopefully stay here. Israel, I think you got to a month. You got to, I mean, for studying full time, 3 weeks to a month. Edward Jones gives you 19 days, which is tight, but you're paid to study all day, so it's doable. You could do this 66 in 3 weeks if you're studying all the time. I prefer a month. Give yourself a month if you can. Okay. Okay, Pedro and Trent, I'm coming up to you. Okay. Just stop. Relax. Okay. Goose fraba, baby. Don't watch my crash course. Read customer accounts. Read whatever. I don't know what you're using, but read the customer accounts and disclosures. Relax. Go to sleep. Know that if you've been passing your exams before, then you know enough to pass. It's nerves. That's a problem. And don't fucking change answers. Just please don't change answers. That's the big thing. Just focus on just answering the question. Be a badass. Trust the process. Trust that you know enough to pass. I can't say that enough. Just trust that you know your shit. You gotta believe yourself. And again, since it's tomorrow, get some good night's sleep. Lack of sleep has killed more careers than probably lack of studying. Okay. That's why Jeff was saying, Hartnell, make sure you do them without the answers on. And you have to own the fact that it's going to feel like you're failing. You really do. You have to own it. Do it with the answers off, because if you do it on, you get 3 in a row wrong and you spiral out and you become right. Okay. It's crazy shit. Okay. So you got to make sure that you're doing the answers off and just understand. Like, I have so many people that text me, like they go, oh, they're doing a test and they text me, I'm fucking up. Oh my God, it's 78. Like, they live because they're not seeing their answers. They think they're getting everything wrong, and then they pass and they go, I don't know how it happened. Yeah, because you're wrong. Remember, people are fucking negative, okay? People are negative in general. So you're always going to think you're doing worse than you are, okay? My favorite AI platform, I don't have a favorite one so much, but I do like Notebook and I like Claude. I do like Claude a lot. Claude, the thing is when I use it, I have it geared up to stress test everything I fucking say. It has a doubt. So I say, everything I say, I want you to take the other side at first, and then we can chat. So it makes it tough. But I do like Claude a lot. I think they're more exact. For research, I like Perplexity. To make me feel good, I like Chat. I like ChatGPT. And if I just want here's the thing. If I want quick questions to do, I use GPT. If I want more accurate, I use Claude. Again, none of them, understand, I'm saying this again, no AI can accurately represent the test. They just don't. A lot of them, there's a lot of fucking, here's the other thing. I'm warning you, there's a lot of AI slop out there because people can just, they type in, I don't know what they do. They go to the content outline or they say, give me 30 questions on the SIE, and then they sell it. There's like 4 or 5 out there that are just posting on like Reddit and shit like that. And there's no backing to it. Like if you look who they are, they're marketing people. They're tech people. They're not taking the test. They're not people like, there's not people in the business. There's a guy on Reddit selling a course. Okay. He's using the business for 9 minutes. Okay. But he's a marketer and he's a real estate agent. He doesn't do anything, but he's selling his course. People will fucking buy it because Reddit is shit. So I'm not a fan of buying courses from non-domain. Achievable, Kaplan, STC, obviously my shit. Notman, Past Perfect, and Exam FX. If it's not one of those, and Security, I keep always forget because I like them. Securities Institute of America. So really, it's Achievable, STC, Securities Institute of America, Kaplan, Notman, Past Perfect, and Exam FX. If it's not those, be very wary. And don't forget, guys, if you go to my website, series7exam.org, I have free questions on there. You can do 25 at a time. Eventually, it'll be 125 questions, but right now it's 100. It's 25 at a time, randomized through all my questions. Okay, and they'll feel at the test. So do those, but not if you're taking it tomorrow. Okay. Good. I'm glad you got that. Okay. Yeah, Fim. That's what I'm saying. So I think you're going to get there. So that's what I'm saying. There's a question bias. I like when people use varied vendors so they get their mind open. Get your mind open. Ooh la la. Okay. Good. I love it, baby. Okay. Oh, are you? Boom, Kyle. Oh, yeah. See, he likes it. You better still be here, Kyle. I'm only 5 minutes behind. You better fucking be here, Kyle. So I'm going to give you, here we go. This is a good one for you. I was going to do I was going to do this one for him. Kyle, baby, I love it. How great is that? You failed it once, you never fucking give up, and you came back and passed it again. That is some fucking real shit. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, Bill Kaufman. Yes. Welcome on. You're right there, Bill. You're right there. He's my landscaper guy. Yeah, my landscaper. He owns a couple companies. That's awesome. We're gonna nail Past Perfect is hard, my man. Past Perfect is hard. Okay. Oh. Did you see this one?
Whoa.
There you go.
Let me post.
Go handle that. He's going to put it in there. Okay. So IHJ, I'll get you. Okay. Yes. Ryan, yes, but not that big a deal. I mean, it is. So remember, what do Roth 529 and covered all have in common? And non-qualified annuities. So Roth 529 and covered all money goes in after tax, and if you use it for what it's for, it comes out tax-free. Traditional goes in pre-tax, okay? Traditional goes in pre-tax, and you pay tax on everything we care about. So yes, you will get tested on it, but nothing crazy. Just about, remember that. So Roth goes in after tax, just like a 529 covered up, comes out tax-free if you use it for what it's for, okay? Qualified. IRAs go in pre-tax, it comes out taxable. Remember, but they both grow tax deferred. Remember that. Okay. Boy, this thing going across, I really want to bet on all this shit. Okay, hold on. It's making me want to bet. Okay. Lily, stay there. Okay. So Roth IRA doesn't have income requirements. It has income limits. If you make too much money, you can't put money in a Roth unless you do a backdoor. Ooh, she said that. So the only way to put money into a Roth IRA if you make too much money is doing a backdoor where you put it in a regular and then roll it over into a Roth the next day. So, but yes, it's like, I think it's like 140 grand. If you have a Roth, you cannot put money in over a certain number. They absolutely do. They don't have a minimum. They have and the other thing is, so maybe this is what they mean. You need to earn income. If you don't have any, so there's two ways it can go. One is an income max, and you can't do it unless you do a backdoor. Sounds dirty, but it's not. Or you have to actually have earned income. Alimony, child support doesn't count. If my wife was getting alimony for me, she'd say I earned every minute of it. But salary, so think of it: bonuses, wages, salary, commissions. Those are all considered earned income. Okay. Those you have to put even a single dime into any kind of IRA. You must have earned income. Okay. Okay. Lily, stay on there, baby. Oh, Kyle heard it. Okay. I work. Yeah. So, right. So if you're a BOA, so Edward Jones does this. If you're a branch office administrator, right, they give you your time and it's stressed out. I used to help out with the SIE until they fucked me over one time. And then I said, fuck you. I'm never dealing with them again. But yeah, sometimes the branch guys don't want to give you permission. Like they give you a hard time all the time with this stuff. Okay. But you got the SIE done in March. That's awesome. Okay. The 7 by mid-July, totally cool. Where Stephanie, it sounds like you're in good shape. If you want, go on to see the Facebook group. See the Facebook. I don't have to rush anymore. I'm caught up. We have a Facebook group, FINRA and NASA Dam Test Prep Network. I am stuttering because it's I've been talking for a while. There's 9,000 people in it. 5,000 active members. The other groups have like 5,000 people in it. There's not that many active. We have 5,000 active members. They start study groups, all that shit. Okay. Now, join that. There's a lot of free study groups in there. They're always starting it. To do the membership you can do, that's going to help you a ton. Whatever you want to do. But we're here for you. Even if you stay on the free side, we're here to help you, baby. We're here to help you. Okay. Lily All. I'm assuming based on your name that you won't like that one. It doesn't matter. Let's do this one. It's almost been a year since I've been doing that. I thought I was just doing it for Oktoberfest. Lily, boom. Okay. It's 100,000 hands by the mountain. It's a mountain group or something like that. If you type in 100,000, octopus has 100,000 hands, you'll get it. It's kind of addicting. Okay. Kyle, that amazing. So amazing. So you failed it. So literally you took it twice. That's right. You said you failed it twice. That's amazing. Not giving up. Okay. 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 Trent. Yes. Get Achievable. I have links. If you look in my descriptions, I have links for Achievable, or you can go to Securities Institute of America. You can buy just questions. And they're hard. They're hard questions. SIE has hard questions. Achievable. Yeah, I love them, but you have to buy the whole package. I've been trying to get them to give you the answer, to give me just the questions, but they won't do it. And I get it because your product is so good, they don't want to just do questions. Okay. Yeah, I'll do the synthetic in a second page, but it's probably not testable. Okay. So I hope that helped. Okay, I'm glad that helped a little bit. Okay. Now, synthetic options. Okay. This is not heavy, but it could be on there. Okay. This is the thing. It could be on there. So where is it? So synthetic options are you're trying to mimic owning or shorting the stock. Okay. So here's the thing. So if I buy stock, before I write anything down, if I buy 100 shares at 50, I can make an unlimited amount of money and I can lose $50. Does that make sense, everyone? If I buy 100 shares at 50, I can go up to forever, but I can also go to zero and lose my money. So you're trying to mimic that. So what you do is you buy a 50 call at 2, and then you sell a 50 put at 2. So you pay nothing. You have to pay something, but you're kind of no money outlay. And the call has the unlimited gain, and the put, you can lose $50. It's just like buying stock. So synthetic, how do I know here's the best way to remember it. Is long stock bullish? Yeah. So both of these are bullish options. Usually I say with options, you have to have a bull and a bear. Okay. But in this case, you have 2 bulls because you're imitating the long side. They may even say synthetic. They'll say, what option strategy mimics being long? Do the 2 bullish things, buy, call, sell, or put. Now, short stock, okay? Shorting stock, if I short stock at 50, I can make $50, but lose unlimited. So I can do the same thing. I can buy a 50 put at 2 to go down to make money, and I can sell a 50 call at the same time at 2. So I pay nothing. I have unlimited loss on the 50 call, and I can make $50 on the downside. It's like shorting stock. To imitate short stock, to have a synthetic short position, you buy a put and sell a call because you want to imitate what you have, what you can do without the same outlay. I don't know the numbers on how much less you have to pay or why would you do it, but it definitely has to be you're paying less. So instead of me paying out, buying stock, buying 100 shares at 50 and paying $5,000, okay, I can buy a 50 call and sell a 50 put for $400, maybe $500, and get the same effect. But remember, the difference is if you buy the stock, you actually own it. So if it doesn't happen for a while, you're good. But if you don't, if you do the synthetic option, there is a fucking time limit and there is a counter clock counting down. Okay. Okay, that's awesome. See, I'm swearing on the. I can't stress enough, guys. If you're taking the 7 or the 66, 65, do the brutal exams. They will help you a ton. I can't believe I got almost to the end. Okay. I can say the name of the Facebook group again. It's across the bottom. FINRA and NASA Exam Test Prep Network. I'm going to do something for you right here. I think I can do it because I have it open. The one thing I don't do, I don't push it too much because, oh, Pedro, I'm glad. I love when I hear a perfect explanation. It's like having perfect pitch. Okay. I don't push the group everywhere. Like there's people they basically push their group on every fucking outlet is. I just want people, you have to join, you have to answer questions. Now, I'm going to explain this. It's a private group, so people can't see what people outside the group, which is the purpose of it. The second part is, since it's private, I don't have any fake people in there. They have to answer questions. Like the other groups that have, like, I have another group that has like 3,000 people in it, but the moderator doesn't want to make it private. So I look, there's about 2,000 people in there. They're not real. Okay. I block about 120 people a week from joining, and they're all just scammers because they want to get in there and hit you. So that's why my group is not at 10 grand yet. It should be. I could if I let the scammers in, but I'd rather. So again, that's the group. Just join, answer the questions. You got to answer the questions, or I'm not letting you in. Okay. We're gonna get you through this, okay? We're gonna get this, okay? We're gonna get this. I promise you, okay? No, yeah, I agree. So Stephanie, literally what happened was I was doing I was literally meeting every Tuesday for free. Not a big deal, right? And then one of the BOAs told me, and I was helping her. She goes, oh no, our managers from the firm said, don't use outside resources, especially don't use YouTube people. So I'm like, fuck it. Why am I giving free shit to you guys? So again, I love the people on there. The group, I love this, right? So this is one of my favorite things. I got this from the group, from the Edward Jones people. How great was that? I think it makes me look thinner, but that's okay. I don't think they make fat bobbleheads. Maybe they do. But it was very cool. I got a hat somewhere in here from them. I got a Yeti from the people. I love the people, but I just couldn't spend my time helping the firm if they're going to screw me over. Okay. And I'm glad it helped because the synthetics seem so hard, but they're not. Okay. Pedro, you're going to fucking pass. Where's my other man? There was another person who was, oh, that's funny. He can't hear without subtitles. That's funny. Yeah. If you ever watch my videos, I have to edit the subtitles so much. I've never been more humbled than when I put captions on my videos because they're like, nothing. I'm like, I did not say that. Yes, I did. And I don't like texting. I like to voice text, and I always have to edit it because they fucking can't understand me. I'm like Scottish or something. Like, oh, that's right. That's awesome. I love it. I love when they do that. I'm so happy for that. Okay. And guys, don't forget, I got a lot of video. I got a lot of links for stuff in there. You don't have to use them, but if you need supplements, they're super helpful. Okay. Nap Champ. No, I mean, here's the thing. It depends how you're getting them. If you're getting shit wrong because you're convoluted crap, no, you're not fucked. If you're getting it wrong because you don't understand it, then you're fucked. So this is what I want you to do before nap. Come on my Thursday night stuff, okay? Come on my Thursday night thing, okay? Come on my Thursday night because that's NASA night. But I want you to do my 2 brutal exams first. Do my 2 brutal exams. They're in the practice exam playlist. Do both of them. They say 65, 66 on them. If you do well on those, you're fine. If you get your ass kicked on them, either move the test or just go, I'm going to take it just for fun. But you literally have a week to build your score up. And Notman's hard. Notman's convoluted. Like I'm probably low 80s on Notman stuff. Because when I do exams with people with Kappa and Notman and Past Perfect, I scream a lot. I curse a lot. I really curse when I do questions with people on them. Because I'm like, they would never ask this. They're convoluted. Sometimes you don't even know what they're asking. And this is all of the vendors, but really Kappa, Notman, and Perfect are the most. But the good thing, like as I'm shitting on them, I'm saying there's one good part of it because I like silver linings. Okay. If you can pass them, you know enough to pass. Oh, Pedro. Yeah, I appreciate Salma. I love it. I am a big fan of my options course. Obviously, I'm based. Or am I biased? One of the two, whichever one you want to call it. Okay, I do think we have to end at some point. It has been almost an hour and a half. I can't believe I got through this. I thought I was going to catch up quicker. Okay. Did we ever get to your distractions things?
I think we blew through.
We touched on it, right?
We touched on it, though. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to add on. So again, I want everyone on here. See, look, I have little hot peppers. You can almost see. Oh, because I know why. There it is. Because I have my light. So if you look, I have way too many. This is, as it goes. So it's really, you can't see him. How did that? It goes good and then gets bad. Nope, you can't see it. Oh, well. But I have a lot. So I want everyone to try to do a digital detox, okay? I know you don't want to do it. And I say this all the time. Please take shit off your phone. Take as much as you possibly can off your phone. Leave it on your iPad. Leave it on your desktop. Leave it on your laptop. You can scroll Instagram on your iPad. You can do it on your laptop. It's not as fun, but you get as much as you can off your phone, okay? Get as much as you can off your phone, okay? Yes, Napchep, you're going to fucking pass this thing. I know you are. Get as much as you can off the phone because you don't want to have this scrolling. Look at all those alerts. And that's only since there. I don't want to look at that shit. I do because I have to because of my business, but you don't. Get it off your phone. Literally, your phone should be clean. And maybe change your screensaver to something like this, pass the fucking test or something. So, or stop looking here. Whatever it is, because you want to get rid of the distractions. Like, what are some distractions people talked about, Jeff? Like the phone, family, right? So this is my other big thing. And we're gonna end on this one, okay? By the way, Napchimp, you're gonna fucking pass this. So you need to, if you're starting your studying, you need to leave your fucking family drama out of this. I seriously think send a text message to all your family and say, with the greatest amount of love, unless someone's dying, giving birth, or getting arrested, don't fucking bother me. If you need bail money, just take it out of my account. I do not want to be bothered, okay? So that's, and then say, I will buy all of you fucking dinner. I'll buy a big fucking dinner, thank you, after you pass. Say that with love, leave me the fuck alone, okay? You got to do that, okay? So that's one thing. Now, here's the other part of this. If one of those things does happen, birth, death, engagement, arrest, happens within a week or two of your test, don't fucking take the test. Push it off. Because, I mean, literally my worst story ever, I mean, just one that's really bad, where a woman, she was about to give birth. I mean, she literally went into labor in the middle of her test. Why are you doing that? Okay, I get why you want to take it before you have the kid. I understand. But use priorities. One, her dad died a week, 2 weeks before she took the test. You're not in the right shape. I mean, you're literally, don't take it. Just push it up. Everyone's going to understand. It's not a sign of weakness. Here's the one story that is fucking nuts. Okay. Okay. See, I love that. And then you can make it up to Stephanie. You can tell them later. Again, if you have kids, you're allowed to be a bad mom. I'm giving you permission to be a bad mom or dad. iPad is a thing. Let your kids be fucking iPad kids. Let them jump on the trampoline. Don't watch them for a little bit. Let the stranger no, I'm kidding. But the point is just you can be a bad mom for a couple of weeks. They'll see it. If they're teenagers, they definitely don't want to see you. But here's my story. I had one student, this guy, Matt, out in California. He was a little freaky, flaky, but great kid, okay? He called me up. He was taking the 63, and he was sort of ready. He was going to be borderline. He called me and said, I failed. I said, okay, what happened? He goes, well, my girlfriend was driving me 2 hours away to the center. She broke up with me on the fucking way.
Come on.
Yeah. And she stayed to pick him up and drive him home. He had no shot of passing, right? So that's crazy. Okay, so Chris, you're taking the SIE. Okay. Oh, so so you're taking the SIE. So there's okay. So here's, I think I put the crash course in there, and go to the. I think I put it. Let me make sure. I don't know if I did. Now I know. Okay. Yeah, Finbrook, I'm going to tell you right now. This is what I tell everyone. If what I said about taking this shit off your phone makes you uncomfortable, you really need to do it. So there's a crash course for the SIE, and then the practice test thing. And again, I swear the detox will help. I promise you it'll help. Maybe not in a day or two, but it will over a week or two or a month, even more. It'll help a ton. Get the drama out of your fucking life. And family only brings in drama. Okay? Okay. There's the practice exams, the first 5 for the SIE. The rest are 7 and 66. There's the crash course. Again, if you think it's going to be hard to do the detox, I'm absolutely talking to you. Look up the guy, John Haidt. He's on there. He talks about it all the time. He's the one who got all the schools to get the phones out of their schools during the day. The bell to bell, no phone shit. And I'm reading about teachers saying they're noticing a massive difference. So maybe that generation will be smarter than the one who just graduated. Okay. I think we nailed it. I think we did a good job. I think we went really long. I like that. I like doing stuff. Guys, remember, just be patient. I told you I get to all the answers, okay? I will always answer all the questions. Okay. I think we're good. Get the fuck out of here. I got to go eat dinner. Okay. Everyone, have a good night, and I'll see you guys in a week minus an hour. And if you enjoyed